Hello, I am Dr. J, and in this video, I would give you some final exam day tips. As you know, this is essay writing course in particular for IELTS and TOEFL students, and in general for any English learner. Please subscribe to my channel. Look at the description box for updates and links to my Facebook groups. Like and comment to encourage me. Share with other students to help them. Subscribe and press bell icon to get more free courses on vocabulary, grammar, writing, speaking, listening, and reading also. This is an overview of my essay writing course. I have started from 4 assessment criteria, then general videos like time management, how to plan essay, how to generate ideas, paraphrasing, introductions, conclusions, and many more videos. Then I would go for each type of essay. I have also written more than 15 model essays in my course. So open playlist of my channel and watch complete course in order. Link is given below in the description box. So on the exam day, on the question paper, especially for task 2, the question would be written in this way. On the top 4 or 5 lines, the question would be written in this way. All the other page, as you can see, rest of the page would be blank. On one page, on one complete page, only would be one task, task 2. On the first page would be task 1, and on the second would be task 2. And at the first 4 to 5 lines there would be the task, and the rest of the page would be blank. You can use this blank page to plan your ideas, to brainstorm your ideas, to plan your essay. You can use this because this is, you are just writing below the question, so you can easily see the question and then plan here. You can also write some synonyms of the keywords. You can draw a line here and you can write synonyms. For example, problems, draw a line here, issues, something like that you can do. So after that, I would give you how is your answer sheet. This is your answer sheet for writing task 1. Remember, writing task 1 or answer sheet is in red color, red one. This red color is for answer sheet, task 1 sheet, and for task 2 sheet it would be in black color, this one. So if you don't have this, you can search IELTS writing task, IELTS writing answer sheet task 1 or 2, and you will download. You can download this. So in the answer sheet, first of all, you would write candidate name. Here you would write your name with blue with lead pen, with lead pencil. Don't use pen or ballpoint. With lead pencil you will write in capital, write it in capital. Then you would write your candidate number. If you can remember that, that is good. If not, the candidate number would be on your desk label, and your center number would be also on your desk label, or the instructor will tell you what is your center number. Then you have to fill this box. If you are academic, you are taking IELTS academic, you have to fill this one. If you are taking IELTS GT general training, you have to fill this one, because writing module is different for academic and general, so you have to fill the relevant one. If you don't fill, you can get zero band, because they don't know what is your type of IELTS academic or general training. Then you would write your test day, date of your test. It would be the test, the date when you are writing, listening, and reading will take place. This is the test date, not your speaking. Speaking can be on different day, but your test day would be when you are writing, listening, and reading would take place. So write the test day, and in this box, don't fill it at the start. You need to fill it at the end. The instructor will also tell you after your time ends. They will tell you to fill this one. And if you have used 2 sheets, this is one, and another sheet for task 1. Mostly we use only 1 sheet for task 1, so we will write 1 out of 1. But in task 2, mostly students use 2 sheets. You can use also 1, because it is sufficient to So if you use 2, you would write on the first you would write 1 of 2, and on the second you would write 2 of 2. If you use only 1, you can use 1 of 1. So this was, and the next I would tell you how to write on the answer sheet. There are 15 lines on the front side and 20 lines on the back side. This is front side because they have taken this part for your information. There are 15 lines on this side and 20 lines on this side. Remember, you have to write your candidate number on the back side of the answer sheet. You have to write your candidate number on the back side of the answer sheet. So here in this page there are 20 lines, and the front there are 15 lines. And the end of second page, you can see they are assessed by two examiners, examiner 1 and examiner 2. So they would assess your 4 criteria: task achievement, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy. They would also count your words. If your word length is less than 250, then you will lose marks. They would count number of words. They would penalize you if you are under if you write less than 250 words in task 2 and less than 150 in task 1. They will also notice if you have written off topic and if your answer is memorized. So some people say that leaked question, something like that, but after taking the leaked question you would write memorized essay, so you would lose marks. And if some people have their template, a ready-made template, and they just fill some words, but this is overall, this is memorized and they know very well. The examiner would not notice it. After that, during your preparation, always write on your official answer sheets. That will help you to simulate your final exam, and help you to practice very well. After writing a complete essay on the answer sheet, count the number of total words and divide them by the number of lines. For example, if you have written 33 lines, and for example you have written 250 words, total number of words you have written 250. For example, let us use 260 to be sure, and you have to divide it by the number of lines you have taken, 33. So mostly I write 33 lines I can write 260 words, and for me I usually write 8 words per line. So if I am in a hurry and no one have time to count the words, but if you count your lines, you can easily check out whether you have completed 250 words or not. The next thing is, the answer would be the average number of words that you would write per line. In the final exam, just count the number of lines or have a rough idea in your mind that what about the total number of lines you should write to complete 250 words. The next, my tip is about paragraphing. You have two options to make paragraphs. First, you would write introduction. After introduction, you would write first body paragraph, and you have two options to use to make paragraphs. When you start a new paragraph or the first paragraph also, and any new paragraph, there are two options. First is leave some space at the start of each new paragraph, at the start of first line of each new paragraph, and don't leave blank line between paragraphs. For example, this is paragraph 1 and this is paragraph 2, and there is a blank space between them. So the first method is use some space at the start of first line, something like that. And your second body paragraph would also be use some space at the start, about similar length of space here and here. And then you have to remove, don't leave any space between two body paragraphs. If you write your new paragraph, yes called if you leave space at the start of each paragraph, then don't leave space between paragraphs. So leave some space at the start of each new paragraph at the first line, and don't leave blank line between two paragraphs. This is first method, and this is a bit old method, and the new one and the bit better one is, both are correct, but the second one is better. Don't leave space at the start of first line of each new paragraph. Just leave a blank line between each body paragraph. Each paragraph, not body. After you would write introduction, then you would write leave one blank space, then you would write first body paragraph, then you would leave another blank space. For example, this was first method. Now we have to remove, just start the new paragraph from the beginning. Okay, and this one is from beginning also. When you end your body when you end your paragraph, just leave this space you don't use, and between one paragraph and other paragraph, you should leave one blank line, one space, one blank line. This is advanced and modern method, and it is a bit more it looks a bit more clear that you have ended one paragraph and you have started second paragraph. There is no mess up here in this method. Both are correct, but the second one is usually preferred in this way. Start from the each paragraph should be started without leaving any space. When you end your paragraph, leave one line blank, and then start your second body paragraph from the start of line. So at the end, I would say after watching my complete essay writing course, you would be able to write very good essays. But remember, always get some feedback back from any authentic and true IELTS expert. I would also start my essay writing correction service. In the last 6 months of 2021, I would hire an IELTS expert from UK, a native English teacher, and we would both work together to provide you advanced, comprehensive and cheap writing correction service. This is my Facebook ID, this one. Stay in touch with me if I can start this service earlier. Also join my Facebook group, link is given below in the description box. Please subscribe to my channel, look at the description box for updates and links to my Facebook groups. Like and comment to encourage me, share with other students to help them. Subscribe and press bell icon to get more free courses on vocabulary, grammar, writing, speaking, listening and reading also. Thank you very much.